Welcome back to the show. This is Jonathan Riley, the host of the Renaissance Humanism podcast. In today's episode, I'll be discussing why do women like BDSM. For people listening to this and not familiar with the BDSM, it stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, and sodomization. And the purpose of this podcast is to inform both men and women uh, why they are particularly interested, particularly women, interested in dominance play and BDSM. Women are particularly interested in the genre of books related to BDSM, particularly the 50 Shades of Grey novel, which has sold over 150 million copies worldwide. Women are also more likely to read than men. On average, women read 15 books per year. In comparison, men only read 9 books. The reason for the female fascination with 50 Shades of Grey and that erotic genre in the form of books over pornography is because women's sex drive is more driven by emotions, building a connection that cannot be built in a porn studio environment. With books, a romantic setting can be created in which romantic connection and emotion are built through a romantic novel. That's why it's usually until the middle or towards the end of the novel in a romantic novel any sexual activity actually happens. Most romantic books have a build-up of tension, and that's emotion and sexuality throughout the entire book. Only and also there tends to be an enemy as well that pulls the actual heroine and hero apart, creating more tension. Uh, and that's always done to create passion as well. That's why you look at series like the Outlander series, any romantic fiction book as well. It all follows the same pattern. All romantic books are pretty much the same story, just with different paint. For men reading this, a woman's driven sexual attraction not through visuals, but through emotions and mental attraction. That's why they're very much interested in romantic literature. That's why in articles online with BDSM related fantasies, it was common that between 40 and 7% of both males and females, while only 20% engaged in actual BDSM. These people actually read those kind of articles as well. According to the feminist and author Louise Perry, she argues that women are strongly attracted to men who are larger than them and have an interest in BDSM are due to the historical evolutionary factors that influence human female behavior over millennium. Louise Perry, that for women, they tend to live in an historic environment where they're in danger of rape. That's why they tend to be into BDSM play because historically, women would have faced rape, sexual assault in a non Western protected world. And that's why they tend to like men that are larger than them. Also, that men that are larger provide greater protection to the woman as well from other predators out there in the world. Women prefer taller men, and human beings are sexually dimorphic as well as species, meaning that two genders, male and female, on average, a male's upper body has 75% more muscle mass than 90% than most women, and 90% more strength than the average female. Also, the ratio of male to female averaged high across the world globally. Its ratio is 1.07, meaning that average men are about 7% taller than women across the world. This relates difference between the sexes can vary from 2 to 3% to over 12%. What it means for women is that historically, immense physical strength and size protected them from other natural predators, as well as other males who could potentially kill their babies or commit acts of rape. Therefore, the male size and larger proportions are attractive to a woman due to the perceived safety that comes from that kind of strength. Naturally, in today's modern world, that kind of strength no longer really matters, particularly with people working the laptop classes. But women are still interested in that due to because of these historical reasons, preferring men that are larger, taller than them. And this applies to contemporary women as well. Thank you for this episode. I hope you found it enjoyable, and peace out.